So I just sat through Blue Lock Season 2, and I honestly can't tell if I was watching a soccer anime or a PowerPoint presentation. I mean, forget watching soccer, it felt like I was watching an arts and crafts project go terribly wrong. Don't get me wrong, I came in hyped for this. Blue Lock has that whole edgy life or death soccer vibe going for it, and I was like, yeah, bring it on. And what did they bring me? A glorified flip book. Animation characters staring at each other like they just forgot where they left their keys. Half the time I couldn't even tell if the players were moving. They were standing there, static as a rock, and suddenly the ball's just somewhere else. And look, I wanted to love it. I came in ready to be blown away, thinking it was going to be intense and dark, with players out there trying to break each other's ankles in both senses of the word. But this season was more of a speed bump than a hype train. Let's backtrack for a bit. Season 1 of Blue Lock had me on board. It was like soccer meets Squid Game, but instead of marbles, they're kicking balls and fighting for their place in Japan's national team. I was thinking this is soccer as a psychological thriller, and man, that concept is gold. Soccer with stakes high enough that everyone on the field's one wrong move away from soccer rehab? That's an idea I can vibe with. But this season it was like watching that idea dissolve into soccer-flavored twilight. Sure, there were players on the field, but half the time I felt like the animator just said, nah, I don't need to animate. I'm convinced at some points they were just control-seeing and control-ving character models to stretch the runtime. I don't know if the studio forgot that running is a big part of soccer, but it looked like half the players were riding on ice. The dribbling scenes looked like they were just dragging the characters around like paper dolls. I came here for desk glares, high-speed sprints, soccer so brutal it makes FIFA look like a school picnic. Instead, I got these static, dead-eyed characters who looked more confused than I did watching the show. Honestly, it's kind of impressive how bad it is. Not even bad in a funny way, but bad like, you ever seen those early 2000s online flash games? You know, the kind where characters have only 2 frames for running? It just felt like that. You've got a team of elite players, supposedly the best of the best, but their legs are moving like they're in molasses. No jokes, there's a scene where the main dude is just staring blankly while the ball slowly rolls past him. Rolls like not even an intense, controlled dribble, just straight up slow-mo rolling like he's playing with a toddler. I've seen more action at my little brother's T-ball game. I mean, at least they try to run. It's like the animation studio tried to speedrun their work and left everything on normal speed. I swear there are shots where they're just standing still, face blanks like mannequins, and then BAM! It cuts to the ball in the net. It's like, did you guys forget to animate the actual play here? Does the budget just vanish halfway? But you know what's wild? In Inazuma 11, oh yeah, I'm taking it way back. Some of you might be too young for this, but Inazuma 11 was like the Avengers of sports anime. The animations, energy, everything in it just hit different. Now, did it make any sense? No. Was it realistic? Absolutely not. Did they just casually summon fire tornadoes out of nowhere for no reason? Heck yeah, they did. And it was awesome. Inazuma 11 knew that nobody watches an anime about middle schoolers saving the world with soccer for its realism. It leaned into the ridiculousness and made it enjoyable. Every shot was dramatic, every kick had a super move, and characters were out there using special powers as if they were on Dragon Ball Z. They treated soccer like much more than a sport, and honestly, I felt more life or death tension there than anywhere in Blue Lock this season. In Inazuma 11, every shot, every pass, every breath is like the last thing they'll ever do. Meanwhile, in Blue Lock this season, the only tension I felt was wondering if the next scene would be another budget-saving freeze frame of someone staring dramatically. So here's the thing. Blue Lock promised me a soccer deathmatch, right? But with these slow-motion freeze frames, it's like the studio accidentally clicked on the PowerPoint slide instead of hitting play. Meanwhile, Inazuma 11 treated every match like the fate of the universe was on the line. Also, let's be real. Inazuma 11 doesn't mess around with character personalities. Everyone has a story and everyone has a rival. You got the quiet geniuses, the underdog players, the emo kids who talk about soccer like it's a Shakespearean tragedy. And they're 12. 12-year-olds acting like they're on some world-saving mission, while Blue Lock characters looks like they are trying to remember what they had for breakfast. Now, Blue Lock could have had this too. They still have these crazy personalities, the selfish guy, the genius, the underdog, but somehow this season, it's like they took all the coolness and poured cold water on it. Like the characters just stand around more than they talk. At least in Inazuma 11, everyone's trying to one-up each other in every match. They're yelling, they're sweating, there's drama, there's energy. You'd think Blue Lock would get that since they're playing for their lives, but nope, just bland stares. I can't believe I'm saying this, but these middle schoolers in Inazuma 11 actually made me care about their imaginary soccer lives more than Blue Lock's elite players. That's how off-the-mark this season was. So yeah, if you're thinking about picking up this season of Blue Lock, I'd also recommend giving Inazuma 11 a shot instead. Sure, it's an older show, it might be cheesy, might be absurd, it's over the top and has about zero realism, but hey, at least the characters are actually running while playing soccer. Well folks, that wraps up today's video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe while you're at it. And who knows, maybe next week I'll tell you about an even crazier sports anime. Also, my boy Typhlosion has been getting a lot of hate lately for something that he didn't do. So if you want to find out the truth about the situation instead of just taking it from random Reddit posts, check out this video, it's quite an interesting take.